Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to get your artwork looking art show ready, or just making it look more finished and complete and ready to hang on a wall. So get black paper and get a ruler, and I just do the thickness of the ruler so that it's very simple, it's very fast, very easy, and I'm just tracing all the way along the outside of the artwork and creating a border. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take scissors and I'm going to cut on the lines, but I'm not going to cut on the lines that I drew for the other two sides. As you see, those are my lines that I'm going to use to line up the artwork and make sure that it is evenly spaced. I prefer to use glue dots. Glue dots are way faster, they're a lot less messy, and they stay a lot longer than using tape or glue sticks. I absolutely do not recommend using glue sticks. Glue sticks do not stay for long periods of time. So what I'm doing now is basically with the glue dots, it gets kind of hard to use them. So kids mess them up all the time. People mess them up all the time. I mess them up sometimes. So what I prefer to do is like what I just did right there is I cut them apart and then stuck them on. And then now I am tracing again and just making two little marks so that I can know where to line it up. And then I peeled the paper off the back of the glue dots and then I just stick it on. And it's super, super fast. So then now what I'm doing, I'm cutting those glue dots apart so that each part is just one little glue dot, and I'm sticking it on just the corners. And if you have like a heavier piece of artwork, you can use more glue dots, but use as few glue dots as possible so that there is enough for everybody if you are doing this in a classroom setting. So then for my cardboard artwork, I was trying to make sure that I had a big enough piece of the black paper to mount the cardboard on so that all of the pieces like the tape hanging off and everything were on the black mounted paper. I am using quite a few glue dots here because this is a more complicated piece and it's a little bit heavier. So typically, I like to stick with just 4 glue dots, but here I am using quite a few, and that will ensure that it does not fall off of the black paper since it is heavier and a little bit more complicated. I try and get this lined up so that the border is even for the top and the bottom. And then now I'm realizing, okay, I do not have enough black paper, but I do have these 2 scraps. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting the glue dots apart and I'm putting them on the scrap of the black paper, and then I'm going to peel off the backing, and then I'm going to stick the 2 pieces of black paper together to create a larger sheet of a black paper. And then now I'm going to use the glue dots and just cut them apart and put them on the corners of the cardboard artwork. And then I'm just going to peel it off and turn it around and put it on the black paper. But it's not even, so I'm trying to measure it and trying to make it a little bit more straight, a little bit more even, and that way it will look a little bit more consistent. So I'm cutting along those lines, and when I am done, it does look a lot more consistent, and you have to look pretty close to see that it is 2 sheets of paper, so it's totally okay. So if you do not have access to a computer and a printer, you can make your own labels very easily by taking white paper and a black marker or a pen and writing your full name, what kind of artwork it was, with the grade you're in, the year, or you can do like the medium and the year. So it could be, abstract, watercolor, or cardboard art, or whatever, and you're writing them for each of the different artworks, and then you're going to place it at the bottom or on the side, and it's okay if it hangs off the black paper a little bit. And please make sure that you are making a label for every single one of your artworks that you are mounting and that you are planning on hanging up.